Okay, so the side tray's been fitted. You then got to decide how you're going to have this set out. So if I'm sat on this part of the box here, just in front of me, I want the thing that I'm using the most. So it's going to be the feed. So the feed pellet. So just to show you on this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these 2 mils. I've just literally, these are the ones that I've got to hand, but what they normally are the fishery pellets, the 2 mil fishery pellets or the fishery micros, which are dampened down and then they're easy to actually feed. It's almost like a ground bait. Next to that, I'd put my main hook bait. On this occasion, it's 8 mil pellets. It could be maggots, could be 6 mil pellets, could be a different pellet at all. Could be wafters, could be absolutely anything. But what you want is you want the closest, the thing that you're using most, closest to you. So the feed would be the thing you need the most of. Then it'll be your hook bait. Then it'll be your secondary hook bait. So say you're feeding meat or corn into the margins, that's what you'd want there. And then another option, if you look at when I'm fishing, it's very rare that I'll have more than about 4 or 5 baits on the side. I normally decide on, I always take maggots because that's what Spartacus fishes with, and it's what I use as well. Just because I don't want to blank basically. So I always know I'm going to catch something on there. But as I say, you can use different types of boxes. You've got your bigger boxes, smaller boxes. I use this as a 2-story bait tray. So I'll put meat on the top of there, then underneath I'll put corn or something like that, just to leave me a bit of space on the tray. So people have asked me why I use these. Well, this here is a it's 1.3 points in there, so you can get almost 1.5 pints of maggots in that. But it doesn't. The footprint on the side tray isn't huge, isn't as big as one of those. There's no need to have one of those big trays when you can have these small trays. So if you imagine I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the space that I can only get 4 of those in. Probably, hang on, 5, 6, 7. I could get 8 where you can only get 3 of those. So this is why I use these. If you're interested in these at all, everything that's on the tray and the tray itself is linked below in the description. It'll take you straight through to Amazon. I'm not selling them, but I do get a slight payment, and it helps promote the channel. I have this handy box, and it is really handy. And what it is basically, it's just like sort of all the things that I need to hand. And if you've got something like this, if you look, I've managed to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 bait trays on there. I could have another one. I could probably even get away with another one if I'd turn that way. So you've got plenty of room. Or do what I do and have that like that, and then I can put my line and my rubbish into there. Here I've got a few spare hooks. I've got my disgorgers, my baiting needles, my expander for putting pellets on. I've got a little nifty pair of nail clippers for cutting the line, and then I've got a big pair and a small pair of forceps, and I've got my plummets for checking the depth, and also a spare. These are just things that I possibly could use, but it also, that fits on there and it makes it watertight, so I can have that on the side tray and it's perfectly usable. What I do tend to do is, because I do like everything to hand, and it just makes it so much easier. In my pellets I tend to do that and that, and a disgorge. I have different sizes disgorges here. I have a large one and 2 smaller ones, and it just helps when you've got a smaller hook. Say you've got an 18 hook, you use a small disgorger. But as you can see, literally, I'll just sit on the box now. Literally, just to confirm things, you've got your A, so that's the thing that I use the most for feeding. I've got my B, which goes on my hook. C, D, probably other hook baits there. Then I've got the things that I use the most of, and I've got those sort of set up in there. And then I've got potentially other baits, sort of my meat and my corn, that kind of thing that I'll use later on. But it just makes it so much easier to have everything to hand, and if you do the same thing every time, it's easier to set it up and it's easy to keep going. As I say, guys, check out the description at the bottom, and it'll take you anything that you're interested in. It'll take you straight through to Amazon, and if you feel like you want to buy something there, please do. As I say, I get a tiny little bit off that, and it just helps me keep the channel going, and helps me do this kind of stuff for you. Thanks for watching Fish with Bish. Thanks for watching 5 Minute Friday. Setting up the bait tray.